Well. Welcome to our tutorials about quantifiers by Abebe on Just Smart Education. Dear my viewers, as you can see on the screen, in this lesson I'm going to show you how to answer any question about quantifiers. In this lesson, I'm going to show you one smart exam technique that can help you to answer any question about quantifier. But before directly starting the lesson, let me give you a brief overview about the lesson. Well, dear students, I have one key message for you, a message which is directly related to the next topic. That means you have to have different effective exam technique, because subject matter knowledge is not enough to be successful on exam. Exam technique is also very essential. Many students fail exam not only because of lack of knowledge, subject matter knowledge, because most of them fail because of lack of effective exam technique. This is something which is scientifically proved. As overview, as you can see on the screen, this part has two sections. The first one is brief explanation for the exam technique, that is context technique. After that, explanation for questions. This part, as you can see on the screen, has two parts. The first one is exam technique and the second one is brief rule summaries. Brief explanation for context exam technique. Context technique is one of the most effective or powerful and scientific exam technique to answer any question about quantifiers. Anyone can prove this simply by watching the explanation in this video and also the explanation on video 2. Context technique can be used for any question about quantifier. It can also work for any student and for any exam type. To use this technique, follow two simple steps: understanding the given context and choosing correct answer based on the given context. Look the brief summary on the screen. Whenever you are asked a question about quantifier, the first thing that you should do is understanding the given context. That means read each sentence or clause carefully and understand it. When we say understanding context, there are at least three things that must be done. The first one is meaning. You have to look whether it is about positive or negative, and also you have to look for the nature of the amount. Is it about small amount or large amount, or is it about particular or general, or is it about neutral, that means neither small nor large. Finally, the third point under understanding the context is knowing the nature of noun. Is it about countable noun or uncountable noun? After that, the second step is choosing correct answer directly or indirectly. That means, based on the given context, look for the correct answer directly, or you can answer indirectly by eliminating all wrong choices or the choice that do not go with the given context. In this way, you can get the correct answer upon which you can be 100% sure. Now let us see how to apply context technique to answer the next two questions and any other question about quantifiers. In these explanations, I'm going to do two things. The first one, answering this question using context technique and also giving brief rule summaries. Are you seeing the question on the screen? Now let us proceed to Explanation 1. Look question number 1 on the screen. This question can be answered by using context technique, simply by understanding the given context and choosing correct answer based on the given context. Whenever we are asked a question about quantifier, as I said, the first thing that must be done is understanding the context. When we understand the context, we have to have concrete clues. For example, look this question. The given context is about positive ideas. As a clue, look the expression should be accountable. And the given noun is singular noun. As a clue, look the verb is. Okay, now using the word is as a clue, choice A and the C must be eliminated, because all and the both are used with plural noun, or they can be followed by plural verb. Therefore, our probability increase from 25 to 50% when we eliminate two choices. Again, using the meaning, that means the meaning is positive as a clue, choice B must be eliminated because neither is used for positive idea. As a result, your probability of getting increased from 50% to 100%. Therefore, 100% sure the correct answer is D. Well, let us proceed to the next question. As you can see on the screen, question number 2. Again, this question can be answered by applying context technique. Look, based on the given context, look the context. It is clear that the given context is about negative idea. As a clue, look the word farming. The word farming is to say getting angry. And also the nature of the quantity is about large number. As a clue, look the word gusts. Therefore, using the meaning or negative idea as a clue, choice A and B must be eliminated because some and all are used for positive idea. They are not used for negative idea. As a result, your probability of getting increased from 25% to 50%. Again, using the nature of the quantity, that means large quantity, choice D must be eliminated because neither is used only for two things. Therefore, your probability of getting increased from 50% to 100%. So, 100% sure the correct answer is D. Well done. Good. Here I am going to give you a recommendation. Use it or lose it. Great job. Dear my viewers, I have shown you how to answer any question about quantifier using context technique. That means understanding the given context and choosing the correct answer based on the given context. I hope you are able to see that context technique is very effective or powerful exam technique to answer any question about quantifier. So I strongly advise you to use this technique. Please use this technique. If you understand it clearly and use it appropriately, I am sure that it will enable you to answer any question about quantifiers. Kabajamoo barattoota. Tooftaa kana context technique kan jedhamu kana yoo sirriitti hubattanii itti fayyadamtan gaafiilee quantifierii feetan deebisuu isin dandeessisa. Parsantii 100 itti amantanii hoo sure taatanii deebisuu akka dandeessan isin dandeessisa. Kanaafuu itti fayyadama. ውድ ተማሪዎች ይህን ቴክኒክ የኮንቴክስት ቴክኒክ የሚለውን በትክክል ተረድታችሁ ከተጠቀማችሁት በጣም እርግጠኛ ነኝ ማንኛውንም የኳንቲፋየር ጥያቄዎች 100% እርግጠኛ ሆናችሁ መመለስ ያስችላችኋል። ስለዚህ ተጠቀሙት። Well done, dear my viewers. In previous two explanation, we have seen that context technique is very effective technique, and also we have seen how to apply this technique to answer any question about quantifiers. Now I'm going to give brief rule summaries. As you can see on the screen, 8 quantifiers have been given under these two questions. Let me briefly summarize them as follows. Okay, well done, dear my viewers. In previous two explanations, we have seen that context technique is very effective technique, and also we have seen how to apply this technique to answer any question about quantifiers. Now I'm going to give brief rule summaries. As you can see on the screen, 8 quantifiers have been given under these two questions. Let me briefly summarize them as follows. Brief rules. Summary 1 for quantifier under question number 1. I'm going to summarize this by putting together the related quantifiers. For example, on number 1, as you can see, all versus every. These two quantifiers, that means all and every, are used to talk about the total number or total amount of something, but they are different because all is followed by, as you can see on the screen, followed by plural countable noun, whereas every is followed by singular countable noun. Again, look the second explanation, that means neither versus both. These two quantifiers have something in common, but they are completely different because these two quantifiers are used to talk about two things or two people, but they are different because neither is used for negative idea without negative verbs or negative words, whereas both is used for positive idea. Again, both can be used for negative idea with negative words. Again, look brief rule summary 2. A rule summary for quantifier under question number 2. As you can see on the screen, under question 2, some, all, none, and neither are given. Here also I'm going to give a brief summary by putting the related quantifiers together. As you can see, the first one, some versus all. These two quantifiers have something in common, but they are also different. What the common thing that they have is that both of them are used for positive ideas, but they are completely different because some is used to talk about neutral quantities. That means quantity which is neither large nor small. Again, all is used for large quantities. This is the main difference. Again, look the second one, none versus neither. These two quantifiers are used for negative ideas, but they are completely different because none is used for 3 and more than 3 things or people, whereas neither is used only for 2 things or 2 people. Okay, dear my viewers, these are all about our explanation for question number 1 and 2, and also brief rule summaries, rule summary 1 and rule summary 2. Welcome back. Now we are on explanation 3. Look question number 3 on the screen. As I already said, whenever you are asked a question about quantifier, the first thing that you should do is understanding the given context. For example, look the above question. It's about negative or something unnecessary. Especially look the second sentence. the person is said he scored low grade. It talks about large amount, something which is not necessary. The person spent unnecessary time. In addition to this, you can see the noun is uncountable noun, time. So based on this, choice B, C, and D are wrong. They must be eliminated because this sentence, the sentence 2, indicates that Tom spent large amount of time on playing a game, not studying. This is negative. As a result, choice C and D are grammatically wrong because enough and little are not followed by of. In addition, some can be grammatically correct for positive idea, but contextually it's wrong because scoring low grade is negative idea. As a result, choice B, C, D are wrong. They should be eliminated. So 100% sure the right answer is A, much. For more, you can see the brief explanation next. Well, let me show you how to answer the above questions and other related questions by applying blank space technique. Some quantifier questions could be answered simply by using the words before or after a given blank space. For example, look the above question. This question can be answered simply by applying blank space techniques. In other words, by looking the words or the ideas before and after the blank space. For example, look the above question, the above blank space. Before the blank space, you can see the word only. Using this as a clue, choice A, B, C should be eliminated because none of them goes with the given context. As we know, only is used with a few to show negative idea. As a result, all choice must be eliminated except choice D. For the correct answer must be D. If you want to know more about the rules about these 4 expressions that are given under this question, see the next brief rule explanation. Okay, dear my viewers, I hope you are carefully attending this program by giving great attention. Good for your watching. Our explanation continues. Let us see again the next 2 explanations. Let's begin from explanation 5. Look question number 5 on the screen. Have you seen? Well, this question can be answered using context technique. That means understanding the given context and then choosing correct answer based on the given context. Look the given question. The given question, its context talks about negative idea and also the amount of the quantity is about small quantity. As a clue, look the expression, we need an immediate restock. Look the first sentence. That means restock means buying something and filling fridge or store. So using this, that means negative idea as a clue, choices C and D must be eliminated because they do not go with the given context. For example, some and a little are used for positive idea. They are not used for negative idea. As a result, your probability of getting increased from 25% to 50%. Again, choice B also must be eliminated because scarce is an adjective, not a quantifier. It is used to show not only an availability but also difficulty to get something. As a result, 100% sure, if choice C, D, and B are wrong and eliminated, no doubt choice A is the correct answer. Well, our explanation continues. Now look question number 6 on the screen. Have you seen? I hope you have seen it. Dear my viewers, some quantifier questions could be answered simply by using the words or the ideas before or after the given blank space as a clue. For example, the above question can be answered using the word only, which is before the blank space, as a clue. It can be answered in one step because the word only is used only with a few or a little. Therefore, using this as a clue, choice A, B, and C must be eliminated because they do not go with the given context. As a result, 100% sure, the correct answer is D. Nice, good job. Well done, dear my viewers. In previous 4 explanations, explanation 3 to 6, I have shown you how to answer these 4 questions and also any other questions about quantifier using context technique. I've been showing you this repeatedly so that you will be able to master the technique and also use it in the future for your exam. Now I am going to present briefly the summaries of the quantifiers that have been mentioned under these 4 questions. So next I am going to give you brief rule summaries for each of the quantifiers that have been given on each question under each of these 4 questions, question 3 up to 6. Generally, 12 quantifiers, some are repeated, and 1 adjectives are given under these 4 questions. I've grouped these quantifiers under 4 categories based on their relation, and let me briefly summarize them, starting from the first one, as you can see on the screen. Well, let us begin from the first brief rule summary. As you can see on the screen, the first brief rule summary deals with 4 quantifiers, namely a few, a little, and a little. These 4 quantifiers do have some common features, and also they have great difference. Their common feature is that they are used to describe small quantities or small amounts, but they are completely different in terms of uses and forms, as you can see on the screen. A few and a little are used for positive idea. So that means the thing being described enables us to do something. The sentence can be negative or positive. And the second, few and little are used for negative idea. That means the thing being described doesn't enable us to do something. The sentence can be negative or positive. Whereas the second brief rule summary deals with, as you can see on the screen, much, many, a lot of, and enough. These 4 quantifiers also have something in common. As you can see on the screen, they are used for large quantities. They are used for positive ideas. In addition to this, they can be used for negative ideas, but with negative verbs or negative words. Their main difference is that a lot of is followed by plural countable noun or uncountable noun. Similarly, enough is followed by plural countable noun or uncountable noun. Even it can be followed by singular countable noun. Whereas much is followed by uncountable noun, whereas many is followed by countable plural noun. And the third brief rule summary deals with some and any. These 2 quantifiers also have something in common, as you can see on the screen. They are used for neutral amounts, things that are neither small nor large. They both are used with both countable and uncountable noun. The form is simple, as you can see on the screen. They are followed either by countable noun or uncountable noun. Their main difference is that some is used for, as you can see on the screen, for positive idea, and also it can be used for invitation or request. Sometimes some can be used, as you can see on the screen, for question, if you expect the response will be yes. When it comes to any is used for negative ideas with negative verbs or negative words, and also it can be used for question, and even it can be used for positive ideas to say it doesn't matter. Well, as you can see on the screen, the fourth brief rule summary deals with scarce. Scarce is not quantifier actually, it is adjective, it is used for negative idea. It is used to say not only something as shortage, but also it's difficult to get. These are all about the brief rule summary under the previous 4 explanation. Well done. Good job. Dear my viewers, we are in the last stage of our explanation, that is quick recap. In this explanation, I have shown you how to answer any question about quantifier using context technique. In addition to this, I have also given you brief rule summaries for more than 15 quantifiers that have been given under these 6 questions. I have put these 15 quantifiers under 8 categories based on their relationship. In addition to that, I have shown you their common features and also their differences of each quantifiers under each categories. Please make sure that you have clearly understood each of these quantifiers, specifically their common features and their differences.